What if I told you that the constant energy crashes, the mid-afternoon slumps, and that nagging hunger an hour after you eat aren't just a normal part of life? What if you could smooth out those wild energy swings just by making a few simple, delicious swaps to your plate? It sounds almost too good to be true, right? For years, I felt like I was on a roller coaster. I'd have a sugary coffee and a muffin for breakfast, feel great for 20 minutes, and then crash so hard I'd be reaching for another snack by 10 a.m. I was stuck in a cycle, and I felt like my own body was working against me. The conflict was real. I wanted energy and focus, but my food choices were secretly sabotaging me. The stakes, my long-term health, my mood, and just feeling good in my own skin every single day. But the science is clear. We don't have to be passengers on this ride. By choosing the right foods, we can naturally encourage stable blood sugar, and in doing so, we unlock more consistent energy, reduced cravings, and a profound sense of control. Stick around, because in this video, we're diving into 5 powerful, everyday foods that can help you do exactly that. And trust me, number 4 is probably already in your kitchen, and you're not using it to its full potential. Let's start with a true powerhouse, one that's often misunderstood: legumes. I'm talking about lentils, chickpeas, black beans, and kidney beans. Now, I used to think beans were just a boring side dish, a carb-heavy addition to a meal, but I was missing the whole point. The magic of legumes lies in their incredible fiber content, specifically a type called soluble fiber. Here's what happens. When you eat soluble fiber, it forms a gel-like substance in your digestive system. This gel acts as a physical barrier, slowing down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. It's like putting a time-release mechanism on your meal. Instead of a sudden spike of glucose, you get a slow, steady trickle of energy. This isn't just a nice idea. It's proven. A landmark study published in the Archives of Internal Medicine found that in adults with type 2 diabetes, consuming just 1 cup of legumes per day as part of a low glycemic index diet significantly improved blood sugar control and even reduced heart disease risk. Source: Effect of legumes as part of a low glycemic index diet on glycemic control and cardiovascular risk factors in type 2 diabetes mellitus. JAMA Network. So, that afternoon slump you get after a white bread sandwich? Swap it for a lentil soup or a chickpea salad and feel the difference for yourself. It's a small change with a massive impact. Now, if you're thinking, okay, beans are great, but what about something with a little more crunch? I've got you covered. Because next up, we're talking about a category of food that is an absolute ninja when it comes to blood sugar management: non-starchy vegetables. Picture your plate. Now, I want you to imagine half of it covered in a rainbow of green, red, and orange. We're talking broccoli, spinach, bell peppers, zucchini, cauliflower, and asparagus. These veggies are your #1 ally. They are so low in carbohydrates and so high in fiber and water that your body has to work hard just to digest them. This process burns calories and, more importantly for our topic, results in a minimal blood sugar response. Think of them as the ultimate buffer. When you eat a piece of chicken with some quinoa, adding a massive portion of broccoli and roasted peppers to your plate will slow down the digestion of the entire meal. The fiber in these vegetables bulks everything up, ensuring that any sugars from other foods are released slowly and steadily. They are the ultimate stabilizers. And before you move on, if you're finding this helpful, do us a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. It helps this channel grow and allows us to dive deeper into topics just like this one. All right, let's move from the crunchy to the creamy. This next food is a superstar for your gut and your metabolic health, and it's apple cider vinegar. Now, hear me out. I know it sounds intense, and the thought of shooting a straight shot of vinegar might make you shudder. But you don't have to do that. The research here is fascinating. It suggests that taking just a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, diluted in a large glass of water, before a meal can significantly improve insulin sensitivity, and lower blood sugar spikes after you eat. How does it work? The acetic acid in the vinegar is thought to block the enzymes that break down starches into sugar. Some of the starch you eat simply passes through your system undigested, meaning it never turns into blood sugar. A study in the journal Diabetes Care found that vinegar ingestion reduced post-meal blood sugar spikes by a staggering 20% in people with insulin resistance. Source: vinegar improves insulin sensitivity to a high-carbohydrate meal in subjects with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. American Diabetes Association. So, try a simple vinaigrette with extra virgin olive oil and apple cider vinegar on your salad, or mix a teaspoon into your water before a carb-heavy meal. It's a tiny habit with a potentially huge payoff. Now, remember I mentioned a food that's probably already in your kitchen? This is it. We're talking about cinnamon. Yes, the warm, fragrant spice you probably have sitting in your cupboard right now. This isn't just an old wives' tale. There's solid science behind it. Cinnamon is not a magic bullet, but it contains bioactive compounds that can mimic insulin, helping to shuttle glucose out of your bloodstream and into your cells, where it's needed for energy. A meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition that looked at multiple controlled trials concluded that cinnamon intake does indeed have a significant effect on reducing fasting blood glucose. Source: effect of cinnamon on glucose control and lipid parameters. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Sprinkle it on your oatmeal, stir it into your coffee, or add a dash to a smoothie. It's one of the easiest, most delicious ways to give your metabolic health a little nudge in the right direction. Finally, we have to talk about the king of healthy fats, avocados. I remember when fat was the enemy, but my friends, those days are over. The healthy monounsaturated fats in avocados are crucial for blood sugar stability. Why? Because fat slows down digestion. When you add fat to a meal, it slows the emptying of your stomach. This means the carbohydrates from your meal are released into your bloodstream much more gradually, preventing a sharp spike. A study in the Nutrition Journal found that adding half an avocado to a lunch meal not only increased satisfaction, but also reduced post-meal blood sugar elevations compared to a meal without avocado. Source: a randomized 3x3 crossover study to evaluate the effect of Hass avocado intake on post-ingestive satiety, glucose, and insulin levels, and subsequent energy intake in overweight adults. Nutrition Journal. So slice some avocado on your whole grain toast, add it to your salads, or blend it into a creamy dressing. You're not just adding flavor, you're adding a powerful tool for metabolic balance. So there you have it. 5 accessible, delicious foods that can help you step off the blood sugar roller coaster for good. From the fiber-packed power of legumes to the surprising punch of apple cider vinegar and the simple magic of cinnamon, you have a toolkit to start feeling more in control of your energy and your health. Your journey starts with your very next meal. Which one of these foods are you most excited to try? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you found this helpful, please share this video with a friend who you think could benefit. For more ways to take control of your health, check out our next video on the 3 worst breakfast habits for your blood sugar right here. Remember, taking control of your health doesn't have to be complicated. It often starts with one simple, powerful choice. Make yours today.